to La Union, October 2020, and it was a ghost town.
Paddle more, paddle more! Up! Ay!
We learned how to surf and we got to know our surf instructors. So I learned with Kelvin Padua and his brother Elmer. And that was kind of it. And it was also really rough waters, in fact. So looking back at the videos of ourselves surfing, it was so insane to think that we were forced to learn in conditions like that. But we just really enjoyed it. And so we surfed every day, practically, as long as it was possible, for a month. And then just developed a love for the sport, the activity then.
Ako nga pala si Kelvin Padua at isang surf instructor ng La Union. Dati, elementary kami, grade 5, grade 6, gano'n. May nakikita na kami mga foreigner na nag-surf dyan. Pero kami, hawak namin, plywood talaga.
And so over the last year, we've met more and more people, got introduced to La Union Surf Club, and met Lemon, and so started understanding the dynamic of surfing and the community.
My name is Lemon Dines, and I'm one of the local legends here in San Juan, La Union. Sa lagat pala, kami yung surfer ka pala. Ang bilis ng bonding together. Na parang pagkakilala mo lang, parang close ko together. O bukas ulit, surf ulit tayo. Tapos pag walang surf, mangingisda. So nung naglawan yung parang, sabi ko, gawa ako ng club. So pinatayo ko yung La Union Surf Club.
Kung gusto mong pumasok sa club, mag-surf ka muna hanggang matuto ka bago ka papasok sa club. Kailangan marunong ka muna mag-wall, sinasabi nila pa, bago ka maging instructor. Tapos nag-member ako ng 2016, yun. Naging instructor na. Doon ako nag-start yun, hanggang ngayon. Tapos nag-boom na rin dito, dumami na rin yung mga kubo. Tapos dito na kami naglagi. Kasi, alam mo naman, lahat naman gustong kumita kahit paano. Diba?
The beaches are lined and dotted with surf schools. So there's 24 surf schools right now. And so everyone I've met, especially doing this project, maybe started out as their family was into fishing, but then they eventually got into surfing because, well, as I know now, it's really wonderful. It's such a great activity.
Ako po si Azalea Dukusin, surf instructor po ng La Union. Yung surf school namin, nag-start siya since year 2000. Dahil po sa surfing, yung dalawa kong anak na pag-aaral ko, yung panganay ko nasa high school na, yung bunso ko nasa ele.
When the pandemic struck, it literally ceased all activities.
Nung sinabihan po kami na magla-lockdown dahil nga po dun sa COVID-19, ang ginawa ko po parang sinabihan ko din yung mga instructors na magko-close muna tayo, wala munang magsusurf kasi bawal din po. Hindi rin tayo magkakaroon ng estudyante for a few weeks. Na tapos naging a year na siya. So, yun po. Okay naman po dun sa mga instructor natin kasi po kahit pa paano nagtutulungan naman sila kung paano kumita, ganyan.
Sa akin, nag-construction ako nung nagsagan ng pandemic. Ayun. Isang ano ko, yung parang grab bag. Bumibili ng pagkain, tapos mga friends namin dyan sa mga resort, nagpapabili. Yun. Ako yung pumupunta sa palengke, kumukuha ng pass para makabili ng mga kailangan nila. Ano.
Ako, nagbinta ako ng marinated chicken. Yung iba, pumunta sa San Fernando, nagtrabaho. Yung iba, nag-deliver na ng mga kwan.
Habang walang trabaho po ang ginagawa ko, nagluluto po ako ng mga pangmeryenda para ibenta, ganyan. Like bilo-bilo, palitaw, mga ganyan po.
So, ang pinakon ko lang, kahit na nagka-COVID, parang nagpapasalamat din kami kasi walang nagkasakit. lahat healthy, lahat kumain naman 3 times a day. Wala nga lang ng trabaho, pero hindi mo expect na kung saan nagagaling yung pagkain. Sobrang nandyan pa rin yung presence ni God na ipakan ko lang sa inyo na parang at least siguro nagtayo nga yung nature natin kasi sobrang dami ng tao, parang wala nang tayo na kung dagat.
Ako po si Tikboy, 43 years old, board shaper ng La Union. Nagsimula ako sa share shaping ng board. Yung mga lumang board, pinalatan ko siya para i-reglass ulit, para tignan ko kung paano gumawa ng mga board ko. Walang nagturo sa akin, parang panonood lang ako sa YouTube.
So I first got involved in NFTs or introduced to NFTs. It might have been April of 2020. And I actually ended up minting my own art pieces online. So I went through the motions and I was like, wow, this is an awesome experience. I mean, I was able to mint and sell really quickly. And that was exciting. And then my activity there stopped.
Naging surfer muna ako bago ako naging surf instructor. Tapos matagal din ako nag-surf instructor, tapos yun, sabay ko sa mga repair ng board. Turo, repair, surf.
But then moving to La Union and having the time and the energy, bandwidth to go back to it then, later in the year, it got interesting because then again, so here was some basic knowledge of NFTs and crypto that I had. There were some people in La Union that I could talk about it with, right? And then there was this community that we got to know and wanted to help. And so the idea came up that, hey, what if we tried to find a way to use crypto or NFTs to help them have more sustainable way of living, especially if we're predicting that the pandemic, is going to take a few years to recover from. And aside from that, I think moving forward, there are ways you can help marketing, and tourism and all that, whether or not there's a pandemic, because you just have such a global reach with these NFT projects. Like anyone from anywhere in the world can actually get involved.
Ang una sir, yung pag-shape talaga. Kailangan makuha mo yung korte. Yung tama, tapos kailangan pantay lahat ng rails, lahat ng board. Tapos yung pangalawa, yung finishing sir. Kasi yun na yung pinaka-final na matatapos yung board. So kailangan pulido yung pagkaliha, ganun. Yung pagkagawa. Minsan sir, nakakapagod din. Tapos kailangan mong tisin yung mga kate. Kasi mag-allergy yung kamay mo. Pero masaya din pag nakakabuo ka ng isang board sir. Tapos pag nakita mo ng gawa mo na natapos, yun na. May yung nakakaginhawa na rin.
So the idea behind this project is we collaborated with a local surfboard shaper named Tikboy. We had the idea of collaborating with him and an artist, Clara Cayosa, and we created a collection of digital surfboards that we are going to mint as NFTs. But the other kicker, which I think makes it special and is so much more relevant to La Union, is that we're creating surf packages so that it kind of connects. I think because that's one of the maybe not complaints, but the remarks about these NFT projects, right? NFT, what's that? Why would I buy an NFT? How can I use it? How is it relevant? So connecting the metaverse with something more grassroots meant connecting the activity. So a digital surfboard collection, but it's tied to surf packages that you can use when you go to La Union. So we wanted to highlight again that La Union's the surfing capital of the North, bring back the kind of that essence of the love for the activity, and getting people to learn what makes it so special.
Eh, yung gawa ko kasi kino-customize ko yung gusto nila, sir. Anong size yung kalaki nila o kalaki ng katawan, mga payat, gano'n.
So, minamata mo rin ba sila?
O minsan, sir, tinitignan ko yung ano nila. Kasi galing naman tayo sa ano, sir, pagtuturo. Kasi pagtuturo kasi doon mo nababase sa ano, sir, yung bigat nila kung anong kaya nilang board. Kaya nung nagtuturo ako, malaking tao, medyo nahihirapan sa isang board. Kukuha ako ng mas malaki, ganun. Parang binabalance ko, parang para lang makatayo yung isang tao.
So when someone buys a digital surfboard, they have a travel package. It's accommodations at a local hostel, surf lessons with, so depending on whose board you buy, and these boards are all tied to competitive surfers. So depending on whose board you buy, you will get a surf lesson with them, and that comes with professional photo, video session, and analysis if you want. Like, so some more intermediate surfers might want, you know, someone from the Philippine team to break down their video and explain, so they get better. So the establishments benefit from it. The surf schools benefit from it. The photo, video, you know, there's a whole creative scene there also. They benefit from it, and then other local, you know, F&B outlet, just bringing people back. And so the funds for the project. So if you buy someone's package or board, the funds go to those establishments, and then any extra funds we raise from this project go to La Union Surf Club in lump sum for them to choose, you know, to use in a project. But the most recent projects we discussed were surfboards for kids, because there's at least 5 kids who have potential but don't have their own equipment, and then also rehab or upgrades of surfboard racks, because there was a recent typhoon that kind of you know, did a number on the town. So those are the ideas to use for the funds.
Paddle more, paddle more. Paddle pa. Up. Nice.
After this initial drop of surfboard NFTs, we hope that people can use them later on as forms of membership, kind of like a digital card, right? Representation of your support for the community, your participation in the community, hoping it does well. But if we expand the project to other surf spots, or just other surf spots around the country, around the world, or even within La Union itself, it could play a part in that. Like more perks can be given, you get more benefits as a one of the since this is the Genesis collection, you could get more benefits as being one of the first people to participate in a project like this.
So you belong to part of the community. It's like your surf passport.
Surf passport.